What is next? What is next on the list? Before we get sidetracked.
Mass Effect. Now, I know Mark has been, who's definitely a Mass Effect player of sort.
I have played. This is going to be a rarity for this show. I have played and completed the first 3.
Have you really?
Yes.
You've done more than me.
You've
actually
I
completed
think
more
I've
than I
played
have.
Mass Effect 2 twice as well. It's
I've
one of the
played
few
it,
games
Mass
I've played
Effect 2,
numerous
yeah.
times.
Would you
I
agree
played
by
it
saying
every
the
time.
second one was the best one?
Yes. Yes.
Probably, yeah. First one was, I suppose, innovative for its time because it was very cinematic.
Yes.
There wasn't much action.
Try and play
Very
it now.
clunky game.
That's the thing.
Oh,
Yeah.
wonky as balls.
At the time, it was a bit clunky, but 2 upped the action a bit, but still kept a nice cinematic feel.
Yeah.
3 then just kept like upping the action ratio and sort of wasn't quite as good. I still enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Still alright.
I still enjoyed it.
Now, I know you've just said that you haven't played it, but have you ever been interested in playing Andromeda?
No, because I think Mass Effect 3, the ending of that was so disappointing. Because I think they have since patched the ending, haven't they? Have they changed the ending?
Yeah, there's a little thing tacked on, or like
Okay.
there's a different little ending. It doesn't really make it any better. It's not a proper ending.
Well, when I played it, I probably completed it in the first couple of weeks of it coming out. 'Cause it was just,
Blue,
like,
green,
hardcore.
or red?
Yeah, effectively, and it was that disappointing. I was like, that. I think the
Which
third one,
Jello
that's
did
it.
you choose?
It'd take a long time. It would take a lot for him to bring me back to that franchise.
Well,
Yeah, I mean-
Andromeda will not do it for you.
Yeah, I would not recommend playing it. I mean,
I don't think there will be another Mass Effect for a number of years now because
No.
Andromeda performed not very well. And
I mean,
did not get very good reviews.
the hype for me, being a massive Mass Effect fan, was there. I was like, I can't wait for this to come out. And when it finally did come out, it was just basically Mass Effect 3 in terms of the graphics and the gameplay. and
that's a
everything.
shame.
There was no real sort of step forward, noticeable
Are
step
you
forward.
joking? They had jump packs?
Well, there was jump backs, yeah.
That,
Graphically.
That was it. And it had...
But the real reason why we're bringing it up is because it's recently been added to Origin Access. I don't know whether
Now,
anyone has.
when did it actually come out? Because that seems a very short.
That's
shelf
exactly
life.
why I decided that we should talk about this, because it came out in March 2017.
Yeah,
Oh,
it came
God.
out this year.
Okay.
Which, to me, just symbolises exactly
Yeah.
how underperform it did.
I mean, you can get it on CD
It did.
keys
Yeah.
for 16 quid.
Yeah, it didn't...
It's mental.
People stopped playing it. Like, it went straight off the deep end, basically.
That was very interesting
It's-
because, like, Battlefield 1 was out way before that.
Yeah, that's in the vault now, though.
Oh, is that involved? I
believe it
forget
is.
what I was about to say.
Is it?
I believe so. Do I know?
I'm trying to think of power
And
games.
Battlefield 4 was definitely in there with all the DLC.
Because, of course, like their FIFAs and stuff, they'll put those in the vault after the new ones came out, which you
Right.
can understand because it's a year
Yeah.
by year thing.
Maybe Battlefield 1 isn't in the vault then.
Yeah, I didn't think Battlefield 1 was in the vault yet.
Well,
Still pretty
there's a
late.
fair few like brand new. Like Mirror's Edge Catalyst was put in the vault
Oh, okay.
only about a few months after release.
That's probably because
that tanked.
nobody played it.
Yeah, that tanked like hell. I mean,
I
I've got
remember
it in
them
my-
saying it was
my
going to
list.
come out. I didn't realise it had been out. To be honest, I only got about halfway through the first Mirror's Edge and then started getting attacked by ninjas and went, this isn't the game I signed up for, and goodbye.
I completed the first one. It was alright.
I found it frustrating a lot of the time.
It's
I
first
enjoyed
person.
it until you got attacked. And then I was like, no, I was enjoying the free running. I don't want to bring this into some crazy
Yeah,
weird combat
yeah.
thing where these super ninjas are coming after me and attacking me.
Well, the second one doesn't fix that. There's still combat.
I mean, I don't mind like kicking and punching a security guard every now and then and stuff and dodging bullets and that.
but there's no guns in the second one. You're not allowed to pick up a gun.
Okay.
So it's all kicking and jumping. But it's also like... It's open world, but not open world, because obviously with the free running aspect, you can't have it open world because
Yeah.
it needs to be set paths you go up. So it's like a hub. So there's a middle bit, and then it branches out into various paths to get to various areas that you have to get to. That kind of thing. I don't know. I wanted to play it, but then it just couldn't be asked at the time.
Yeah, I think the whole sort of moving Mass Effect Andromeda onto the Origin Access sort of highlights how bad EA has got at making and publishing games.
Fucking...
Well, depends, because I don't think it's all of EA.
It does depend.
I know, because, I mean,
we've got our very own little devil's advocate here.
Battlefield 1, I still think is a fantastic game.
It is a
I
phenomenal
absolutely
game.
love Battlefield 1. It's an EA game.
But DICE are a massive developer who were free range like chickens before they were scooped up by EA.
But they've still
they've retained
produced good games.
The question is here, for me, the whole thing around this isn't that the games aren't good. It's the fact that EA likes to shove its fist so far up a developer's arse it can pull money through its fucking teeth. And that's what they've been doing to every fucking developer that's ever been under their umbrella.
I mean, I suppose that they've had many developers under their umbrella.
Well, there's a lot
haven't they?
that's actually gone
Allow
down.
me...
The,
right, so
the
basically
first one that... sorry.
I was going to say, this links into the EA talk about Visceral.
Well, you've just gone and ruined what we were setting up as an absolutely wonderful segue. I'd finally managed to put Ad through his first class, and
Yeah,
he was
well,
following my psychic links and everything. He was going to talk about different studios that EA have nailed in their time, leading us up to Visceral Games for you then to go into Mark gets angry mode and rage at the bloody...
So,
Mike.
moving forward into the next topic.
Oh my god, this is... I
Lick
can't
my
call
sweat.
episode 2 a train wreck as well. We've already called episode 1 a train wreck.
Well, we
Isn't
could
it
use a
train
different vehicle
Yeah.
that's been in an accident.
A plane crash, because that's
So-
probably more deathly than a train wreck.
Yes.
Anyway, you two-tone tit.
I mean,
I like boobies.
We're on about EA closing down
Visceral
Studios.
Yes. More commonly, for me, known to be the developers that created the Dead Space
So
series.
one of the best new IPs to come out on the Xbox 360.
I was in love.
One
with
of the best
first one
horror
in
games,
particular.
in my opinion, to come out.
don't
in
forget
that
they
time.
also did Battlefield Hardline.
Not their fault. I'm saying that because I know a lot of people didn't like Hardline. I didn't mind Hardline.
That's definitely
But I'm just
in
saying-
EA access at least anyway.
Yeah, that's definitely an EA.
Because I
access.
have EA access but not Origins access.
Well, yes, EA did what EA does, and that is they bought a company. They made them make a few games. They kept changing and changing to get it all
They didn't
stretched
buy a
that
company,
shit.
did they? Because it was actually originally EA Redwood Studios. Redwood Shores, sorry.
It doesn't matter what it was.
So they were originally an EA studio.
They still shafted them. The poor fucking... I feel sorry for any developer that is still under the umbrella of EA, because they will eventually, at some point, be shafted. Because this is what EA does. EA dries them up. It sucks all of the creativity, all the love for development, all of the things that make a video game unique to an audience. They sap all that out and create a fucking gentrified grey sludge for the masses. And that's what they do with everything. And it's what they did with Dead Space. How do you do that with Dead Space?
No.
They made a fantastic single-player horror game for Dead Space 1. Then they made a fantastic action horror game for Dead Space 2. And then the third one is just an action game with a cover system. It has microtransactions because they changed the weapon system.
We're back onto microtransactions.
We're back onto microtransactions because the EA love them. They shove them into everything. But they added the microtransaction system to the weapon system in Dead Space 3. So instead of having weapons that you would find and pick up, like the Ripper, which fired saw blades,
Yeah.
or the line cutter, which was the shotgun version of the plasma cutter, which was your pistol, or anything like that, and the flamethrower, you found parts to bolt together and create your own version of a weapon. Which
Ooh.
it's a very good idea. However, if you want the good stuff, you either had to grind for it or get later on in the game, or you could buy it. Like, just outright purchased the best stuff from the beginning to make your gun out of. And people brought lists out within weeks of the game being out there. This and this are the best two things that you can have as a gun. You will wipe the floor with literally everything in the game. And it just turned into a splatfest then. It wasn't a horror game. Any semblance of horror went out the window when they also introduced fucking co-op into it. No horror game is scary in co-op. It doesn't work like that.
Now, moving to
Moving
the companies
forth.
that
You're not happy about that.
moving to the companies, other companies that have been taken over or purchased by EA. You remember Maxis? I think they're still going at the moment. The ones that made
they're gone.
Sims. They're gone.
Yeah, EA got rid of them after Sims 4.
Oh.
Was it Sims 4 or was it Sims
Oh no,
City?
Maxis was shut down in 2004.
They were purchased by
15.
EA when they were.
Yeah, they were
2015.
1997, created The Sims in 2000, shut down in 2004. Then again, we were all probably looking at different sites for this as our
I'm looking-
research.
I'll name drop.
Oh, so-
I've got Kotaku.
Oh, I'm on Forbes, which is like some.
Shut down in
financial things.
2015.
Yeah, okay.
Saying the Maxis brand will live on. So basically, they're a shell company at this point. Then, so the people that were behind Maxis initially, that created The Sims originally, and
They'll have just been
you know,
dispersed
they'll have
within
just-
the EA studios. That's
Yeah.
the plan with
Visceral.
Visceral.
no,
is
most
that
of those have actually lost their jobs.
okay. That goes, yeah. Because I did read an EA
there's
press
been a lot
release
of-
that was like, yeah, we'll try and fit people in.
No,
elsewhere.
they won't though. They just won't. This is just not how these companies kind of work.
That's US employment law for you.
No, they will disperse to other companies. They will find jobs because they're all talented developers. The guys at Visceral, they made some fantastic games. I hope to God that they all find either make their own indie studios and start creating some really good indie games, or they find work at other studios in far better publishers, or developers, whatever. But yeah, I mean, there's the list which is currently referred to as the EA graveyard.
Oh, very nice.
Because this is exactly what EA does. So have you ever heard of Bullfrog?
Oh yeah,
Yes.
we all know Bullfrog.
Everyone knows Bullfrog. Yeah,
Pete
EA.
Molyneux.
Yeah, purchased in 1995, shut down in 2001.
Oh, good old Dungeon
But no,
Keeper. That was a great game.
Westwood,
Yes.
Westwards, of course, Command and
Command and
Conquer.
Conquer series. Yeah, shut down in 2003. Then the company that sprouted off from that was forced to make the Christ awful Command and Conquer 4, which was the squad version. It's got a real-time strategy, so you had to
Okay,
use yeah.
That was after Generals.
Yeah,
Yeah,
well after.
Generals was a great game.
After Command and Conquer 3
Generals.
and Command and Conquer 3 Kane's Wrath, and then they made Command and Conquer 4, which was it's bad. Next one, DreamWorks Interactive / Danger Close / EA Los Angeles. Do we know what they made?
No. Of course, DreamWorks. We spoke about this last episode.
Yeah.
Medal of Honor.
They made the Medal of Honor games. Yeah. They shut those down.
However, with Medal of Honor, the self-titled relaunch kind of thing, they did get folded into DICE.
Yeah, and then they got folded again out the back door. Like right at what else we got here? I mean, like Black Box Games. They made the Need for Speed and Skate series.
Skate. Like
Good
Skate.
games.
We've
Good games.
needed a new Skate on
Yeah.
the Xbox One.
Not going to get one. They shut those down.
Never going to get one.
Pandemic. I think Pandemic were a very underrated studio. They created Mercenaries 1 and 2. They created the Saboteur.
Yeah.
They created various
Saboteur,
little,
I remember
yeah,
that one, yeah.
They've created other various little games.
Oh,
like
they,
that.
however, did create the original Star Wars Battlefront and Battlefront 2. Star Wars Battlefront 2, the original Battlefront 2, being an absolutely amazing game.
I've currently got that. I've been playing that actually. It's a very good game, yes. But yeah, I mean, there's a vast list of developers that
Well,
EA
I think
has
for me,
taken under.
BioWare,
They're next.
known for Baldur's Gate and everything like that.
The Mass Effect series.
Their
obviously.
original co-founders have left, with Mass Effect and
With-
whatever. So
With one developer.
I think a lot of those, the original guys, because of course BioWare were like, I mean, Mass Effect showed it. They were RPG legends. Baldur's Gate, the original series, was
And
one of
Icewind
those
Dale as
classics.
well. Now-
Icewind Dale, Neverwinter Nights.
Yeah.
Look at their
Star
next.
Wars Knights of the Old Republic. It was just non-stop from
Yeah.
BioWare.
Now
Like,
look at their next game. BioWare's next game, although looking brilliant, is Anthem. And Anthem appears to be either a 2 to 4 player co-op action game with upgradable elements to your characters. But that doesn't strike me as the RPG loving BioWare that people are used to. Like, I'd already had pulled it up on his screen. The ex BioWare developer that came out and broke his basically no talking clause on his contract.
NDA, non-disclosure
Yeah.
agreement.
Slam the bastards, yeah.
And basically said that EA don't give a Christ, don't care what players want. They care
Don't
about.
give a Christ.
They don't
There's
give
a
a
new
Christ.
one.
They don't care. They don't care what players want. They care about making money, and which is true for all companies. When you're into that kind of game, the business, all companies on the planet are in it to make money. But the difference is, they don't care if it's harming the actual gaming, economy, or like the sphere of gaming itself. They don't give a shit. They don't care as long as they're making money. Doesn't matter. Which is why they spent so long in Mass Effect 3 making a multiplayer aspect to it with card packs. He mentions in the interview that they work when you get them right with the microtransactions, the card packs and things like that you can buy for your characters. One person literally spent $15,000 on Mass Effect 3 multiplayer card packs.
It says here that he couldn't discuss the numbers or anything, but he says those card packs were selling out, and the amount of money they made just off the card packs was so significant. That's the reason Dragon Age has multiplayer.
Yeah. Basically,
Mental.
EA made them put a multiplayer element to Mass Effect 3.
Yeah.
BioWare did such a goddamn good job at implementing the multiplayer and the microtransactions within that EA then went, wow, we need that in literally every game. And that is what they've been doing. They put that in everything. That is their model now. They only want to make open world games now. They've been quoted as saying that because they're easier to monetize than single player games, because they get shit for monetizing single player games, like Warner Brothers has been getting for Shadow of War.
Yeah.
So they only want to make open world multiplayer, easily monetizable. Monetizable? I'm making up words as we go.
Well, we like them.
But that's their plan. Their
Yeah.
plan is that, and it's there's no creativity to me. There's nothing different for any of them. There's no creativity for any of them. The developers aren't allowed to actually make a game that they want to make. That's the problem with EA. They set down like rules. All right, you want to make this game set in this world with these characters. You can do that. You go right ahead. But it's got to be open world. It's got to have multiplayer. It's got to have this. It's got to have that. It's got to have all of it. It's got to have microtransactions. It's got to have DLC. It's got to have a collector's edition. It's got to have a base game, a silver edition and a gold edition like Shadow of War, which comes with content cut out of the base game. So in Shadow of War, if you buy the base game, you don't get two tribes.
Yeah.
2 tribes of orcs are locked off from you because you didn't buy the silver or gold edition of the game.
So I think, to summarise on that, I think it's a collective fuck you to EA.
Yeah, no, EA can. Yeah, I just get upset when good developers are basically thrown to the wolves
By industries.
by large publishers. You know.